Hello, everybody. It is the Drip King, Jimmy Bebe, and I'm here with the first ever live Dynamite recap. I'm a little bit dripless today because I just came from the show. I was there live, so no crown, no drip. I apologize, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get to the bottom of what happened tonight. That's what the show is all about. Before we even get there, I want to give a special shout out to my lady. It's her birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday, babe. She bought me tickets to go to the show. She sacrificed her pre-birthday night so I could go and live out my dream of seeing CM Punk live for the first time. So thank you, babe. I appreciate it. Love you. But now we must get to the show. Again, I was there, so my notes aren't as detailed as normal. So you'll have to bear with me. Feel free to chat with me and let me know what I got wrong and fill in the gaps of where I'm missing. What is up, Chris? It was fantastic as always. I highly encourage people to go to a Dynamite show whenever they can. AEW's live crowds are hands down the best experience in wrestling right now, in my opinion, and they never fail to deliver for the live experience. And I was looking for you the entire night. I had the ticket. Your blimp got caught up. Maybe next time, bud. Now to the show. It starts off with Tony Khan. He comes out. He's letting everybody know the announcement. It's been teased I think almost 2 weeks now, and he come out. He's starting to show off, let everybody know what the announcement is. It's a big one, in my opinion. I know a lot of people they don't think it's that big of a big deal. I think it's a pretty big deal. He has bought Ring of Honor, so he now owns the library, which is great content for a streaming service, in which the rumors are that he's got a deal with HBO Max as well. I didn't hear too much. The crowd was really pumped for Tony Khan. I just caught little bits and pieces. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. But Ring of Honor content is huge because if they get a streaming service, AEW content is not enough. Ring of Honor is a large library, and that helps. So that's how the show started off, and the crowd was hyped. That got them amped up for the rest of the night. So it was good. And the transition to the first match was beautiful. The Ring of Honor's first event, the main event, was Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels. So that's the match they started off with tonight. Nice nod. It was a good match. It was good to see Christopher Daniels back on AEW television. Him and Bryan Danielson had a phenomenal match. It's probably the best match Christopher Daniels had since he's been in AEW. Yes, Chris. Huge deal. I'm glad people are not underselling it. And hello, babe. Thank you for joining us. If you missed it, I did wish you a happy early birthday, and thank you very much. But Bryan Danielson, after the match, he said Ring of Honor had a tradition of shaking hands before and shaking hands after the match. He said, but this isn't Ring of Honor. This is AEW, and I'm here to kick somebody's head in. So as he's holding Christopher Daniels' head, he's stomping his head. Bah, bah, bah. Classic Bryan Danielson stuff. Loved it. And then he calls out Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley comes out, wasting no time. He comes out, wild thing. Fantastic. If you checked it out, I got a little snapshot with Jon Moxley tonight. It was awesome. He just walked right past me. And then on his way back, I got a little fist bump from him. It was awesome. But back to the show. Jon Moxley come out, and he cuts a fantastic promo. That's what Jon Moxley does. If you don't know what's wrong with you, watch him. You know what I'm talking about. Fantastic promo. And then he basically says, let's do this right now. Bryan Danielson gets in his face, acts like he's about to hit him, and then he rolls out of the ring. Crowd boos. Fantastic work by Danielson. Character work. Off the charts. And then that was it. Moxley ended up leaving. Good segment. Good match. So the night starts off just fantastic. That's all I can say. AEW has a tendency to start their shows off pretty great, and this was no exception. We go to commercial break. This is where I might miss some things because I don't know if they show all the backstage stuff. So again, bear with me. If I miss something, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I was living my best life. They go to the tag team battle royal and they do it a little bit differently this week, which I'm glad because last week they had everybody just collide at the same time and it was a big clusterfuck. We don't do that this time. They start off with FTR and Top Flight, and every few minutes a new team comes in. At the end, 2.0 Rules was the last team in. I won't go through all the eliminations. I'll just say this week's was a lot better than last week's. It came down to FTR, Top Flight, which is Darius Martin, Dante Martin, if you don't know. Darius' return was tonight. He got a massive pop for that. And the third team was Young Bucks. Red Dragon came down at one point and they helped the Young Bucks eliminate Dax. And the final three people were Darius Martin and the Young Bucks. Darius Martin fought back, looking like a star here. He really gave it his best go. He ended up eliminating Nick Jackson. It came down to him and Matt Jackson. And then as they're on the edge, Matt kicks him in the pee-pee, and that's all she wrote. Darius falls out, and the Young Bucks, not FTR. Wishful thinking, FTR wins. But Young Bucks win, which we all assumed was going to happen. And then Red Dragon comes in, they celebrate. Jurassic Express comes out, they stare him down. That's the match for Revolution, triple threat between those three teams. It should be fun. I cannot wait. Let me check the notes real quick. What happens next? Yes, the Angel versus Dragon was awesome. And I really thought Darius Martin was going to pull it off there for a second because the crowd was behind him and it felt like it was a star-making moment. They didn't pull the trigger, although he did look really good, so it was awesome. From there, we go to a Jericho promo in the back, so I didn't have to sing the Judas song. Good. I didn't want to tonight. And Jericho cuts a promo about Eddie Kingston, same kind of nonsense he was spewing last week. And then he ends it with talking about GFY. He's still trying to make GFY a thing. I just feel like he's the homegirl from Mean Girls. It's never going to stop it. It's never going to catch on. It's stupid. Then Santana Ortiz come in. They untape their hands, I think, and then they walk off. Jericho, I don't know. I didn't really get a good glimpse of it. Again, the monitor, I don't really catch everything, but that's all she wrote. It wasn't nothing major. If you didn't watch and you're trying to figure out what to watch, you don't need to watch that. It was silly. After that, we go to Moment of the Night. So CM Punk comes out. I lose my mind. I have to compose myself so I can take these little notes for y'all. And he comes out and he cuts just a brilliant promo. If you're watching wrestling and you don't think that the stuff MJF and CM Punk are doing is the best thing in wrestling right now, you're crazy. You're a full-blown hater and you need to knock it off because it is fantastic. They go from hating each other to beating the shit out of each other to now this emotional roller coaster they're taking on. CM Punk spoke from the heart, much like MJF did last week. He's feeling guilty about it. He calls MJF out. They embrace. They share a hug, and it's like, oh my goodness. We know what's coming though. It still was nice to see the hugs. It's like, oh my God, it's just such good storytelling. If I have to tell you this, why are you even watching wrestling? Honestly, it's so good. And then, of course, MJF kicks Punk in the PP, and then he calls out the goons, and they beat him down. MJF diamond rings him. They bring out the dog collar, throw the dog collar on Punk, throw it over the rope, and start choking while Wardlow stands there, and FTR's taking out the security. Punk's a bloody mess. MJF calls himself the devil himself. Just the entire segment, promo, whatever. It was so good. Watch it. If you have watched it and you're just joining me, when you're done, go watch it again because it's that good. That's how good it is. I'm telling y'all. Check it out. So then from there, it's hard to follow something like that. And it was a Keithley interview, and it didn't even get started because Ricky Starks and Hobbs interrupted it, and they threatened Keithley to Rampage is my place. It's my house. You're not invited. If you do, you're going to get hurt. Keithley says, I'll be waiting. That's all it was. I think there's a match. They didn't announce it, so maybe they announced it for the TV people. I don't know. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming there's something there between Keithley and one of those two on Rampage. But again, much like the Chris Jericho thing, you don't gotta watch it, skip it. Next up was a Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter versus Thunderosa, Mercedes Martinez tag team match for the ladies. It was good. It was good. It got time. That's always a good thing for the ladies. Surprisingly, Thunderosa picked up the victory over Britt Baker, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. So that tells me that DMD is not losing at Revolution. So all y'all that are getting so excited about Thunderosa's gonna win, no, she's not. Ain't happening. The era of DMD shall continue, and Britt Baker shall still be your champ going into the springtime in AEW. Bank on it. I'm telling you right now. And that's good because she's the face of the women's division, and she's one of the top 3 stars in AEW. So she should be holding that gold and carrying that division on her back. That's what she does. After that, we do the Sammy Guevara cue card promo. I'll rewind back real quick. During the whole Punk MJF thing, it was Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara, interestingly enough, that came out to make the save for CM Punk. Left that out. Sorry. I'm still trying to bring myself down. Calm down, because I'm just excited for the show. But yeah, that was interesting that Sammy Guevara joined them to help CM Punk. I didn't see what the cue card promo was about, though, because I'm looking at him from a side, and he's showing the cue cards like this. I can't see him. So if you care what Sammy Guevara had to say, I'm sure you can find it somewhere online. Next up was a Wardlow match. I don't remember the name of the guy. He is huge, though. And this was a squash. Wardlow, I lost my mind when he powerbombed him the first time because this dude is so big. And then he did it like 2 more times. I was like, yeah. The crowd is so hot for Wardlow. He's babyface, the top babyface in the making. It's not even a question. He looks so that he is a star. Yeah, that's all there is to it. And after the match was where it gets interesting. Sean Spears comes in. He's mad because Wardlow did the power bombs. He goes in with a chair. Wardlow grabs the chair from him, says, "Not today." Throws the chair down. Sean Spears turns around. They get face to face. Sean Spears says, "I'm going to check myself because I don't want these problems." And then walks away, and Wardlow celebrates. So it has officially begun. Wardlow turning on these guys. Probably definitely happening at Revolution. We'll get more to that in just a minute, though. After that, we do a Sting and Darby promo talking about Darby's match on Friday. I guess it's a triple threat between Darby, Sammy G, and Andrade for the TNT title. That's interesting because there's also a match with all 3 of these in a 6-man at Revolution. So the dynamic there should be interesting. Sting's banned from ringside, whatever, I don't know. That's what I caught. After that, we do another promo, and it is the House of Black promo. Really good stuff. I'm a fan of the House of Black stuff, though. Not everybody is. So if you like it, watch it. If you don't, skip it. Wardlow, MJF, and Sean Spears are in the back for 3 promos in a row. I don't like that, but it is what it is. It happens. They're in the back. Max comes up and says, "Wardlow, buddy, just so you know, if you end up winning the face of the ladder match on Revolution and you win the TNT title, I'm gonna let you keep the belt for yourself. Not like you're gonna win anyway." He goes to leave, and Wardlow goes, "Yeah, because I'm always too busy making sure you win." Max doesn't like that, turns around, and I'm talking just slaps the ever-living shit out of Wardlow. You usually see Wardlow tense up like, "Oh, I'm about to break this little man." So, as I said, I'll come back to that in a minute. Here we are. Wardlow, I am fully convinced that man is turning on MJF on Sunday, and that's how Punk is going to beat MJF, which is fair. It's all good because it keeps Max looking like a top person, even though he loses to Punk, because Wardlow helps. If that's not what happens, I'm shocked at this point because they've drugged this thing on way too long, but I definitely see it happening at Revolution. From there, it is main event time with Adam Cole, baby, and the other the Undisputed Era fellows, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. They're taking on Hangman Page, Johnny Hungy, and another member of the Dark Order. I'm sorry, I cannot remember all their names. I apologize. But it was a good, fun match. Adam Cole did a little bit of the run around, not wanting to get in there with Paige. Paige was down. Cole finally saw his moment get in, but Paige just jumps up and he's like, I was playing possum. They start fighting. A lot of good spots in here. Johnny Hungy looking like a beast, taking the punishment, then still coming back with his hot tag, because his hot tag is awesome. When he comes in, he's just like a pinball, just everywhere. Just he's awesome. And then from there, sorry. And basically what ended up happening is Hangman got incapacitated on the outside, and then Adam Cole ended up super kick, knee, boom, 1, 2, 3. Undisputed Era wins. I'm still calling him Undisputed Era. If you don't like it, you can skedaddle on out of here. After the fact, we had a post-match beatdown. Hangman Page cleared the ring, and he was going for the buckshot on Adam Cole, but there was Kyle O'Reilly to kick him out, the legs out from under him, and he hits the ground. They bring him in the ring. They duct tape this man to the ropes. I like it. They about to punch this man. They bring in Johnny Hungy and the other Dark Order guy, and they start beating him down. So Hangman Page has to watch. Adam Cole puts his belt in his face. This is mine. Adam Page did something. I blinked and I missed it. So I'm sorry. Don't know what happened. But Adam Cole said, excuse me, super kick right in the face. Then he grabbed the belt again, put it on top of Hangman, and basically he's telling him, enjoy it while you can, baby, because it's coming back. It's coming home to Adam Cole on Sunday. Bank on it. It's what's going to happen. That's my prediction. But I'm obviously a stand here. That's the show. It was a great show. And again, as I said at the very beginning, if you have a chance to go to a Dynamite show or an AEW show in general, I can't speak for like the Dark and I can't speak, but a pay-per-view or a Dynamite, or if they do a live Rampage, I highly suggest going, because these are very, very fun shows to go to. And if you're like, I don't like the AEW fanboys on Twitter, I promise you, they're not the same at the show. I had a blast with the people in my corner. I talked to all of them. They were awesome. So yeah, let's see. We got him saying, oh man, where's the comments? Sorry, peoples. I'm catching up. Sorry. And so yeah, that's the show. Like I said, I encourage people to go watch the shows. They're awesome. Where's these comments at? I'm sorry, people. We got, I can't find them. There we go. You got Dave saying Andrade is gonna win, and then Keith Lee wins, and Andrade versus Lee. He thinks that would be awesome. Yeah, I just don't think Andrade should win the TNT title. I don't think he's done enough. They've not booked him very well. That's no fault of Andrade's. It's just they have not booked him well. I wouldn't want to see that. But I'm not against seeing Andrade versus Keith Lee, because I think that would be a fantastic match. And Sammy Guevara needs the title. He has not got a chance to prove himself. And he's awesome. Like that's what that is. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I did. Not this show, Dynamite, but I hope you enjoyed this show as well. And if you haven't watched Dynamite, I told you what to watch. I told you what not to watch. And that's it. I will be back Friday for the Revolution predictions you don't want to miss, because it's going to be the Adam Cole. I'm just going to Adam Cole the whole thing. It's me. I'll be back with the drip, with the predictions on Revolution. So I will leave on that note. Goodbye. Boom.